I'll record. Okay. Uh, Hello, everybody. Uh, Today we have a very special guest. But before that, let's introduce what this is. This is Kalpa Vriksh, meaning the tree of life, because this talk series is all about life. We are gonna. The people today are extremely disconnected from the world around themselves. We spend our entire lives not knowing the beauty of nature around us. And for that reason, we are going to talk to some people who have spent time understanding nature and are working hard to protect it the way it is. Now, the life around us is like an enclosed flower. To understand it, we have to open the layers and feel the aroma inside. And we're going to do that together by speaking to these amazing people. Today, I have a very special person with me. Her name is Uma Mani, and Uma ma'am is known as the Coral Woman of India. Uh, she, at the age of 49, she became a certified scuba diver, and I don't know how to express it because she's so special, but she does coral conservation through her artwork, and she is a Sony BBC Earth champion. There is a documentary and a book on her, but I think for all of us to understand how amazing it is to talk to her, I think we just have to talk to her. So, hi Uma ma'am, how are you?
Hi, Advait. Thank you for this opportunity to talk to youngsters like you about nature. Yes, ask me questions.
Perfect. Yes. So, I just we've spoken about this before, but I just like to know a bit more about how and why you wanted to start scuba diving.
I was painting coral reefs even without seeing them. So I wanted to see the coral reefs. So I started scuba diving, not knowing swimming also. So at the age of 49, I went for the swimming class and then joined the diving, went to the dive center, and that's how I became a certified diver. But it was not easy for me. I drank so much of salt water on my first dive. So, and the second day I wanted to quit, and my dive master said, even if you don't do the task underwater, it's okay, but quitting is not good. Don't be a bad example. So I said, okay, I'll come again. So that is how my certification process went. But once I started enjoying it, oh my God. So I was wondering, why did I say no to this? Oh my God, this is so beautiful. Why did I say no to this? So if you get a chance to explore nature, please take the plunge. Be
Yeah.
it trekking or enjoying the nature or diving. So that's how it started. So from then on, I started painting whatever I see underwater. Initially, it was all happy coral reefs, and I started noticing the real verb I meant notice and witness the problems the oceans are facing because I became so friendly with the oceans. The ocean understands me. So whenever I see underwater, the coral reefs, I thought, oh my God, they are my family. Hi. So when they are suffering, it hurts me so badly. So I thought, what are the reasons? So then on, I spoke to many people as to what's happening underwater because I didn't think it was important earlier. I never looked at that earlier, but once I started noticing it, my journey took a 360-degree turn because my concern became more about the ocean pollution, about what's happening underwater. So that my journey after becoming a diver, my journey took a different turn. I think it's for good, for the good.
That's wonderful, ma'am. And I noticed that you said initially that you thought of the corals as your family. And I sort of recognize that feeling when I go on safari. Like the trees are speaking. So I'm just want to ask you, you've been on a lot of dives because you've been doing it for around 10 years now, if I'm not wrong. And in all that time, in all of those dives, if there would be, it's very hard, but if there would be one moment or one thing you saw or one thing you noticed that will be special to you because it really changed you as a person underwater, what would that be?
And all the dive, each dive is important and each dive is
Okay.
unique. Each because I dive in different places, dive places. Everything is special. But the first time when I started noticing sewage underwater and diapers above my head, that changed my entire, I would say, interest about the oceans. That changed my perspective entirely because I was just concentrating on coral reefs. So I think that moment when I saw diapers above my head, floating used diapers and sewage, so that's a very disturbing thing. Only then I started looking for the ocean pollution perspective.
That's wonderful. So how if you how is your journey till now in this place, uh, spreading awareness about ocean pollution and coral conservation been for you? We met in Azim Premji University. It was amazing because Uma ma'am taught me so much and she really helped me calm down before this one talk. It was very nice for me. And then I got to see her in action. There were around 200 students who she was addressing, and I could see in each one of their eyes there was a glint which was filled with imagination, and they were really enjoying it. It was lovely to watch, and I wanted that, and I'm sure that all the kids over there they left with some new information in their mind, which they would go home and think about. So that's just one thing. That's one thing I noticed about Uma ma'am and about the work that she does. How it's an example for us. And yeah, how would you describe your time in this? It's
Thank you, Advait. I felt the same when I met you when you were taking classes.
oh
So likewise, it was, yeah, awesome. My journey. That's what. Only when I had the concern, I understood the problem. Until then, I was enjoying my dive. It was joyful to see beautiful things. But only when I had the concern, when I saw it in a different perspective, as I told you earlier. So I started seeing that more, and I started painting dying corals and oceans suffering. Until then, it was all my painting exhibitions were called Coral Reef Garden, Happy Coral Reefs. But and once I started seeing pollution, even in my painting exhibition, you can see at least one painting where you see the suffering ocean pollution and the dying corals.
that's
So I think the awareness has crept in. So little by little, people are aware about what is happening underwater. Uh, there are so many awareness campaign now. Doing the researchers are doing very well. I'm just a storyteller through art, so I'm doing my bit, whatever little. But the awareness is creeping from all angles, from all quarters.
yes, I'm sure it is, and I hope that it goes on even further. And yeah, uh, right. So you were mentioning about uh the artworks that you do changing once you started getting more and more concerned, or once you started seeing everything from a different perspective, which is one of trying to preserve what is there. And I think that is something that I also recognize because I also, in my photographic journey, I noticed that now that I look back at it, I noticed that at the beginning, everything was wonderful to me and everything was beautiful. But further on, uh, somewhere around last year or 2 years ago, I started noticing that I'm getting more and more concerned about this. I'm trying to tell different stories through the artwork and not just show something that's pretty, but try to take irritating photos so that people actually go home and think about it. So Yes, I
That
think
will have a very good impact also.
that's
Because,
very
yeah.
important, because if we don't think, then we won't take action.
Yeah.
Uh, so I'll just like to. So I've never been scuba diving before. I've seen these documentaries on the TV. I grew up watching all of that, and I just wonder sometimes what it must be underwater. So just for my personal knowledge, could you could you tell me a little bit about what it feels like underwater?
Yeah, it's blue on the surface and so beautiful. And some countries, you think, oh my God, when I jump into this water, will that blue stick to my body? That kind of beautiful blue. But underwater, my God, there is so much of trash. And you were asking about the good experiences, right? So the blue is very beautiful. I just wanted to take the plunge, and once you jump into the water envelops you, covers you, and you listen to the sound of your own breath. That is very beautiful because normally we don't do that. We don't get to do that, right? So underwater, the first thing you hear, you listen is the breath, your breath, how rhythmic, how beautiful it is. So these are all the experiences, and how lightweight your body becomes. And yeah, you defy gravity. You can turn any side. While walking, you just have to go walk forward or backwards. But in diving, you can tumble. You can just watch upwards and see what's the surface like. And that all those things are very beautiful experience, because the body does not have, we carry so much of weight with us in the form. Oh, my dog, sorry.
Uh,
Okay. Okay, got it. She wants to know whom I am talking to.
is she the one that just became a mother?
Yeah, no, she's the daughter. She's the daughter.
Oh, she's the
She looks
daughter.
like a mother, but she's the daughter.
Yeah, that's
So she wants to know whom I'm talking to. Sorry for the interruption.
no, it's fine. It's perfect. Uh, right. So, is there anything new that you have noticed about ocean pollution in the last few years after starting? The same way that initially it was all wonderful and then we started noticing and getting concerned. Is there anything similar that's happened to you after you started working towards conservation?
How I wish this happens, Advait. That's a nice question, but I'm still waiting. Something is happening, but who's going to build the cat? All of us are concerned. I wish something happens. People might, for example, I imagine people coming and saying, "Oh my God, the sewage was directly led into the ocean before here. Now it is being treated." I visualize such a thing happen.
It's
So these places are clear. We are getting more fishes now. So what if the fishermen say such things? So I intend and I visualize such kind of a change.
that's that's nice. I hope it happens one day. But
Yeah.
is
It's so
there
dark though.
any dive site that you've been to which was untouched by humans, where you didn't see a lot of waste or trash and it was just pure nature?
Yeah, the Karnataka Netrani in India, Karnataka Netrani, it's
Uh,
away from the human habitat. It's
uh,
away from the in Murdeshwar, away
yes,
from the. So when there is a place which is away from the human habitat where you die, that place is clean.
that's nice. Yes, that
Yeah,
that
the
must
so
be a
I
good.
I found, yes, it was a good dive, and the dive center people have googled me before I came, so they take me to another dive, and the next day they showed me coral reefs. I clapped underwater. Thank you, I said underwater. But how did you know I like coral reefs? After they came, they when I came to the boat, I asked them, "How did you know?" Ah, we googled you. So so they showed me special coral reefs in that area. So which made me happy. So humans are the ones who make this place, this planet. We are the consumers, right? So this planet, not a good place. So when
Yes.
there is no human habitat, that place is nice to dive.
Yes. Feels different.
Yes.
Yeah. Is there anything that you're planning in the future towards conservation or anything new? Or yeah.
Yeah. I still am painting, and all the 50% of the painting proceeds goes to NGO, who is hosting it. So that I keep doing it. I would like to do sea grass. Initially, I thought coral nursery is best, but corals are as it is, they are fragile. They are dying. You take fragments and or you make a coral nursery in a place where already the corals are dying. So this will happen to the baby coral too, right? So we'll have to after doing, talking to people, to researchers, I understood the ocean should be kept clean first. People should concentrate on keeping the ocean first. So we have to talk about it. And then number two, seagrass is very nice. So it is like cultivating. We clean the ground first, right? And then we sow the seed and water it, tend to it, add manure. So that is how we'll have to start from the beginning. Keep the oceans clean, have sea grasses everywhere, plant. You had been to Sundarbans, right? So you
Yes.
could have seen the mangroves.
Yes.
Very, very, very important for the oceans. They are very important for the ocean. So planting mangroves and then come to coral nursery. So these are the four steps we have to do: cleaning the oceans, having the seagrass, mangroves, and especially the sewage. The government should take at least, because government cannot do anything. At least inform the citizens that you every apartment should have uh, a treatment plant, small treatment
Yeah.
plant where the sewage is correct treated and water is led into the canal through to the oceans. So small adjustments, changes, adaptations from the people, from the side, from the people will have this the ocean. I'd say improvement, the water improvement. So
Yes.
it takes, yeah, it starts from the people. And you can see small cities, even towns, and just half an hour of rain, the city becomes flooded. You have knee deep water because
Yes.
people, yeah, people do not, people what they think is they put everything in the drains. They put it inside the commode and flush it, which are not supposed to be thrown inside the commode, including diapers. They just put it and then flush it. So the drain pipes are suffering and the water gets backlogged. So this is affecting the oceans once again. That's what, when there is a rain, all the fertilizers, pesticides, chemicals on the land are carried by the rainwater to the rivers and then to the ocean. So it's all it's a chain reaction. So all this have to be. This is of great concern. There is no one reason for the ocean to get
Of
affected.
course.
There are many problems. Everything created by humans. The frog, a fish is not doing it. Absolutely, the earthlings, the humans do it.
Of course. And I was just thinking that that's just the nature of how live the how life is, right? We take and then eventually we have to give back. But the time for
Mm.
humans to give back, it's not yet come, but I feel it may come soon.
Mm.
Uh,
Yeah, but they will. Yeah, but you'll have to. The nature will pay back then
of course.
if they don't do it at the right time.
Yes.
Now you see climate, whatever the rainfall we are getting, it is because the climate change. Flowers, you see the road, the flowers on the road, they are not blooming on the right season.
Yes.
Uh, as children, when we know when the school opens, the certain trees have different flowers. So when we have quarterly examination, some trees different flowers. Annual examination, scary but different flowers. Now all the flowers blooming have changed. So that is climate change. That's what I'm so upset about the plastic pollution. So much can be done on land to improve ocean, and as you said, uh, but we don't have much time. Otherwise, yeah.
That's the beauty of it. Uh,
Mm.
Also, I don't know. I think I'm speaking this from a very personal. I'm asking this from a very personal point of view. I just feel like I want to know a lot more about the underwater wildlife because that's
Ah,
something that's
yes,
been,
yes.
yes, it's been interesting me
My God.
since I
Mm.
was a small. I can't remember since when. I think the first toys that I had were a leopard seal and an orca, those squishy ones.
Mm.
But I didn't know what they
Ah,
were. So then it was only a few years ago that I knew what a leopard seal was. So I don't know, it just fascinates me a lot. So
yeah.
if there's any interesting behavior of the fish or the wildlife that you've seen underwater, it would be amazing.
My God, this is very interesting. I want to dive now. Because every time I go underwater, this wild, I'm so upset about the pollution, but this wildlife and the animals, they make me happy. Because even in the sea, which is dead, they still thrive to keep themselves alive.
Yes,
So that is their survival, I would say, fight on a daily basis. So I like the lionfish. So in scuba, when we learn the sign language, this is for the lionfish. So when we sight a lionfish, so we tell our fellow divers, watch, there is a lionfish, and then we show the direction. So all of us will take a look. Before diving, I never knew that a lionfish it's as big as a chicken, grown hen. It's as big as a chicken, the lionfishes. I thought they'll be very small, but they are fish big, but they are venomous at the same time. So I think when you dive, you'll have to look out for them. They're nice to see with all the feathers and interesting, like an insect they look, but it's a lionfish, and I don't know whether it's edible, but they are very venomous
yes,
fishes. We are not
yeah.
supposed to go near them. So and the sea spider, once I was taking the camera, and the sea spider was knocking at the screen. Talk, talk. That was a skill. And the moray eels, they live inside the crevices. And every time I dive, I'm very careful with the moray eels because you should underwater, even otherwise. You never go and disturb any animal in their habitat because it is their house. You just are a visitor, just come visit and go. So the moray eels are very beautiful, but once they bite, they don't know how to open it.
They
So
stick.
be careful with never touch it. And the sea anemone and the clownfishes, the Nemo fishes. Oh my God, they have a symbiotic relationship.
It's beautiful.
The sea anemone, yeah, they will not let any fish live in that house. You might have known.
Yes,
And the clownfish are found only in the sea anemone. The fishes clean the sea anemone, and the sea anemone gives a house. So it's a very beautiful friendship. And it's so beautiful when you see a sea anemone, when you see I would say a colony of sea anemone. It's nice to I just stay for a moment and look at their friendship. So that is the wildlife you will really enjoyed it. And once something was big one like a big rock was moving near my dive master. So I got very scared. What is this? I swam fast. I was swimming like this. He was like this and photographing something. So I just got caught his attention and said, "Watch something near your feet." And he said, "It's a turtle." Oh my God, it was so beautiful. It's a baby turtle, but it was very big. So we swam behind the turtle and until it reached the surface. So that was very. I think it was the green olive
Olive, olive
ridley
red.
uh, turtle, and it was looking very beautiful and very, I would say, graceful. While he doesn't need a tank or anything like us, just gracefully with the fins, he was swimming, he or she. So it was so beautiful. And first thing, I was about to jump the first day, and I said, I'm not going to jump. I saw a baby shark
Oh,
before jumping.
they're beautiful.
Now I feel, oh
They,
my God, it looks very beautiful.
yeah.
And once we filmed one of my dives. When I put the dive in the computer, I heard dolphin noise. Two dolphins were give sound. There was a sound of. It was not her. I didn't hear it when I was diving, but on the computer, I heard two dolphins conversing. One giving sounds, so making noise. The other one. So, so it's a beautiful world out there, but we are trying our best to destroy it.
And we're
Uh,
doing very well at that. Uh,
mm,
Amazing. Yeah. So recently, in the world of wildlife photography, many people have started to go underwater and start photographing. So online, when I'm just looking through some photos, I see a lot of that. So it really captures my attention, and it's a beautiful world. It's feels very different, and the colors are just amazing.
yeah, that's nice. Yeah, very, very beautiful.
Right. And how do you feel that the youth are, how ready do you think the youth is to keep the world the way that it is right now and not let it go further down?
People like you, Advait, you are there because we need you. The earth, the planet needs people like you, children like you, and the children like you are coming forward these days. And storytelling is very important. Only then people will know. That's how our civilization, humankind, right from history, geography, everything is from storytelling. That is how it started, right? A person goes to another country and doesn't talk about it, people will not know. So when they come and talk about their culture, everything, so this culture also improves. So photography is number one storytelling. So one photograph. So I see a photograph behind you. Is it your photograph?
Yes.
Advait, one man standing in the hot sun. Is it your
Uh,
photograph?
oh, you mean,
The
oh,
one.
that's a
Yes.
composite
Yeah.
barbet. It's from my
Uh,
window,
uh,
and then
so
that is a duck.
so and I saw one of your photographs which has the stripes of the tiger. Though it looks like stripes, it was very interesting. Only when people get curious and look at it, and you see what's happening for the tigers these days, because we need tigers. They are very, very important
Yeah.
for the forest. Otherwise, we'll lose the forest for the about the to the herbivorous animals when they go out of control. So you tell a story through your photography. So we need storytellers first, then come the researchers, then come the policy makers, the law enforcing force. So people from so it all starts with storytelling. So people should come from all students come from all walks of life and education because we'll have to join hands high time.
Yes.
We have to do it, and I'm happy you kids are doing it now. We didn't have this kind of people before. The students are coming forward and doing it, so it's very good. Youth can do so much. There is so much to be done. We need many hands, and we need leaders also. When it comes to environment, we need leaders who lead and what to do because there is so much to be done. Only when we have an environment leader, they will tell us what to do and what can. So environment leaders should be made from students like you.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm sorry, I just because of some connectivity issues, I missed the last bit you were saying. So
Yeah. That's I said we need students, the youngsters like you, to come forward because it's high time. We don't have much time. It's high time, and youngsters like you to come forward and start this. It's a fight for the environment.
it
We have to
definitely,
do in different ways, of course, in our own ways. So we
definitely,
have to do it. Yeah.
yes. That's wonderful, man. Uh,
I
man,
think this is enough, right? Yeah.
yes, it's enough. If it
Yeah. Good, right? Yeah.
was a lot of fun.
Mm.
Thank
Thank
you
you, Advait. Thank you.
thank
Because I'm sure you will be a good example and lead people to work for the environment. We need many environment study courses,
yes,
and climate change should be a lesson from school.
they're all coming
From
up.
school,
Yes.
yeah, children should know what is climate change and how to handle it, and how can they help to make the world a better place. So it should all start. I think you're doing very well in this, and you should bring in more people,
What?
especially youth, because we are going to hand over this planet, our generation, to you. So the what is it called? We have it in Olympics also. The baton has
Ah,
been passed down to you.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
and yes, definitely, ma'am. And I feel that in education, they're teaching us what it is, but simply by teaching us, we won't understand how it is going to affect us, right? Unless we see for ourselves, or unless there's someone who comes and explains to us that this is what your life will be like in 5 years, and this is how much it's going to get affected, then we'll start understanding truly how much of a problem we are. Um, and yeah, you should look into Raja Ampat Island. It's down south,
Mhm.
near
Mhm.
Equatorial Guinea, and it's very beautiful. I think you'll really enjoy diving there.
I will do it. Yeah, I'm counting. Yes, I have to do it. I'm waiting for something
Out of
good to
50,
happen. Yeah, sure.
47.
Sure. Yes, you're right.